Hi there, thank you for watching Let's Talk Parenting. This is the program where we talk about everything to do with being a parent. I'm Veronica Kasenga Fruitful, really pleased that you've chosen to watch this. And today I want to talk to us about our children's love language. Before I get into that though, let me just ask you to please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Subscribe so you can get consistent, encouraging, free messages just to help you on this amazing journey that you are on, raising champions, raising someone that's going to be decent in society. Yes. And if you haven't already done so, please remember to also share this message with other parents so that we can all be learning together the same thing. Excellent. Really pleased that you're watching today, because today I want to talk to us about our children's love language. Now, have you ever heard anyone say temper, or call someone else and say to them, you have a bit of a temper, or she has a bit of a temper? Well, the word temper is short for temperament. And the word temperament is a description of a person's nature. It's about how we are, our personality, our disposition, the way that we, I suppose, act. So when we talk about temperament, or rather when someone says to someone else that they have a temper, they are describing that that person's nature is of an angry person. Yes, a bit scary. So one of the things I've talked about previously is about some of the things that influences the way that our children behave. Well, temperament is also one of the things that influences the way that our children behave. And it's really important for us as parents to understand the way that our children behave so that we can respond to them in a loving way. We all have our own unique love language, the way that resonates with us when someone's talking to us in this way. Our children have them too. So let me give you a bit of a background to where temperament came from. So there was this research that was done back in 1956, and it was done by two psychologists, Stella Chess and Alexandra Thomas. They researched 141 children with their parents and asked their parents to describe what their children were like. In this research, they asked the parents to talk about how the children responded to new situations or old situations. What were their emotions like, their consistency to things, and their ability to just regulate themselves, self-manage. And so from what the parents fed back to them, they came up with 3 different types of temperament that children fall into. So I'm going to read out what the 3 categories are. See if any of your children fall into these categories. So the first one is easy child. Now, an easy child is a child who is usually full of energy. They adapt easily to situations. They have a more of a positive mood. They are willing to approach new situations. They don't mind. They have regular sleep patterns. They're quite consistent. And in the research, about 40% of the children fell into this category. The second temperament category is difficult child. Now, difficult child is the complete opposite to easy child. These children, they have low energy. They take their time to adapt to things, new situations, which is why sometimes routine can be a little bit challenging. They take their time to warm up to new people. They have irregular behavior patterns, low attention. They can respond with emotional outbursts. I mean, just out of nowhere, because you said you didn't like their shoes, and they just start crying and they don't even know why they're crying. I hope your children are not watching this, because they're not going to like me. But yes, they can respond with just emotional outbursts. So that was difficult child. Now, the third category is slow to warm child. Now, these children, they have low mood intensity. This means that they don't get excited easily over things. I mean, you might come home and say to your child, we're going to Disneyland, and you're expecting, yay! And the child's like, okay. This is why. They take their time because they have low activity level or rhythm. They can be negative and a bit fearful sometimes. About 15% of the children from the research fell into this category. Now, from your children, which one of them falls into any one of these categories, if any? So why is it so important for us to know this? As I shared earlier, it's important because it helps us be able to respond in a much better way with our children. I mean, when we understand that this is just our child's nature, this is the way they are, we can choose how we respond to them when they behave a certain way. Yeah. The second reason why it's good to know this is because, well, it helps us help our children learn to love and accept themselves the way that they are. It's just the way they are. They respond to things slowly, or they're just very hyper, very excited type of children. So it helps us help them to love and accept themselves just the way that they are. But the third reason, which is a really, really important one, is it helps us be able to help our children be able to adapt to different social situations. I mean, as our children grow up, friendship becomes really important. So us knowing that this is what my child is like will help us be able to just teach them and talk to them about the way they are, so that when they get into different social situations, they can know exactly how to respond. So those are the benefits of understanding our children's temperament, so that we know how to better respond to them. I hope this was really helpful for you today. And if it has, give it a thumbs up. Share your comments of what you think. I mean, do you have children who fall into any of these categories, the 3 different temperament styles? If so, let me know. I'd love to know. Thanks so much for watching this. I really appreciate this. And as I said earlier, please subscribe and also share this with other parents. Connect with me on Instagram, Fruitful7, and also on Facebook, Veronica Fruitful Kasongo. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great week. I'll see you next time. Bye.